This is our current situation, and this is what ChatGPT suggested I do. Can we do it with $150? Let's start. This is the remnants of what's left from last year. Beautiful grass that did not grow. It only lasted about a month, and then with an extreme heat, it died out. And the chickens here make sure throughout the winter to fertilize it for us. And what you see me doing here is removing about 2 inches of wood chips. Some I put in this bucket, some I threw somewhere else. If you want to watch the entire video of me cleaning this and the story where I got the mulch and why I laid it down, I will link part 1 of this saga down below. For now, what we're going to do is we are going to start cleaning that back area there. That is the heart of the summer. That is where I cook almost every other day, and my Blackstone. But barbecuing is my jam. After Cocoa inspected the area, I started just giving it a good sweep, picking up all of this. And by the way, nothing is going to get power washed today. We're expecting to have rain for the next 3 days, torrential rains. But that's what spring is all about. I started just laying down the pieces of wood that we cut. And when I went to get the rest inside of a crate, I decided to change the plan. So I was trying to put all of them in a basket, so I only make myself one trip. I think I like how they will look here in this basket. So I am going to move this back over here. I think I like the aesthetic of it. So what do we think? Do I stack it up like this? I think it looks nice. And then put another one. I think that looks nice, so I'm gonna do the same with the other one. All right, now that I finished doing that, I cleaned this up a little bit. And now I'm gonna clean this area here. There, what I have is extra wood that we need to burn. And I need to black this section here because this one right here is the one that, as you know, loves to jump. So basically I'm going to clean that up and put everything back. I actually emptied this space. The wood looks nice and fancy there. That's charcoal. That we need to keep black. This here, that's just like the image. And I can pop it maybe so you could see. My only concern, this is plastic, and sometimes that gets really hot, so I wonder if it's going to start melting. But right now, this is where we are, and the reality is that I am exhausted. So we just need to do this here, dirt, but don't think I'm gonna keep doing anything here today. I need to rest. Yesterday, beat me up really. Getting the mulch out, the dirt, it was intense. I'm super tired. I don't think I have the strength. It's almost 3 o'clock to start moving stones, and I still have to lay the dirt. So it's gonna take 3 or 4 days, and just remember, everything takes longer than expected. I was playing around with the tables that I have, and I can't really know if I want that table there because we haven't built the raised bed. But the raised bed is only going to come out a little bit of the poles. I felt that table was too little for the image, and I personally want a square table for us to have dinner. So I'm not sure if that's too big. I think it is, but you have to tell me, or we just have to wait until we find something a little bit bigger than that one, but smaller than that one in Facebook Marketplace. If you're wondering where am I getting those stones, as you can see, my raised beds are that, and I still have a whole bunch of stones there, and with this we're gonna go ahead and create that raised bed. Day 2, still day 2, and this is how it looks. This is the idea. Somebody better tell you how cute and adorable you are. You're in every single second of the video. Okay, so this is where we're heading with this. Yes, I would like a smaller table, but we're gonna go with that one for now. And I like how it's coming up, but I'm gonna go have a coffee. I needed to map it up because as I'm brainstorming later on, I wanted to have an idea. Almost 7 o'clock, I actually had a cup of coffee and came out and moved some stones. So tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, I will power wash this. All that, I maybe take advantage and power wash that. Not that, because that we gotta do something else with it. I like the height. I thought about bringing it up a little bit more, but I'm not. The good thing, we're gonna be able to put that mulch back in there. And I wish they had lavender and rosemary so we could plant it already. But it's the other thing I want to do over there. It's I want to move some stones. I'll show you tomorrow because I think I will have the energy for it. I don't think I want to do it now. And beautiful people, say 3, and to be honest, I'm sick already about this project. I wanted something quick, and then ChatGPT changed my mind and did it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. This is what we have going on. Yesterday, I laid down all the bricks and all the stones. Those are stones, actually. And today, I rinsed them real quick. I'm not going to power wash them until everything is said and done. But I was not trying to line it up. I was just trying to put the concrete on, call it a day, except I was going to level that part. But it is important, actually, that I do this extra step. Because I noticed that when I measure, that measure exactly 16 inches from one pole to the other one. It started opening this way. So in here, it measures almost 20 inches. Hence why yesterday when I was laying the stones, I realized that I was off for almost half a stone. So these were free stones, by the way. If I find the real, I will include it here. When my son and I, probably 4 years ago, a business was closing down. Far from here, actually 45 minutes. And they used to just sell expensive stones. So this is where I got the stones from. Totally free, except our labor of carrying them and bringing them back home. Today you cannot come here, sorry, Cocoa. I am not type A. I am the type that I need to get this down, and I'm by myself. My dad used to help me with this, but he's sick, unfortunately. It's been almost a year now, so I have to do it by myself. This concrete situation is not my jam. Give me wood and I build. Give me this stuff, challenging. So this is challenging for me. So if you're on the other side of the screen, be kind, because it's probably gonna go like this and not straight, but I'm gonna give my best, and that's all I can do. That's the same thing I tell my students. You give me your best and I'll take it. You know, not everybody could be an A+. Some students are A+, it's a C, and I'll take it. All right, let's do this. Oh, I'm not here to teach you how to use it. This is the only thing I have in the garage, and I'm gonna use it and pray to God that it helps it stick. I have to get rid of it anyways, because if you see my garage, you'll be like, how much stuff do you have in there? And it's a lot. So this is what I'm gonna use. I don't know, it looks like it has a lot of stones. So the only thing that I know for sure, that we need to wear gloves. All right, so I have decided that I am not going to put concrete underneath the first layer, which could be a mistake for many of you. What I'm doing is using the level as I go this way. For example, I just want this flush to this line, and then I get a stone. I'm trying to get them the dirtiest one, actually, since they're already dirty. Get a stone, I place it flush against the line, and then I use the level And if it's level, like this one, I move on to the next one. And that's what I'm doing with the first line. Just repeating this pattern as I go. So flash to the line. Check to see if the stone is level. This one is not level. So I add more stuff. And that's the best I can do right now, side of the house. And then as I go with my hand, I just fill it in with dirt. All right, here we go. I'm nervous, not sure how this is gonna go. If you work in construction, please skip this video. You don't wanna see what I'm doing, okay? Unless you're here to help me. But just as a reminder, I know I may not be using the right concrete, but it's what I had in my garage. So I'm also not worried about these stones on the bottom. We only gonna work on the top. So here we go. The first one, actually, is going to be, yep, this one, which, let me just make sure that's level. Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. Also, I'm only putting this in the middle. Please work. Please work. So at this point, if you decide to leave me a constructive criticism, please know that this raised bed, it's already built. And whatever you said, be kind, so you could teach me for the next time. And also for whoever is reading your comments, okay? So think of that. Give us your best recommendation that is kind, but also keep in mind that most of the stuff that I do around my house is with things that are found or leftovers from previous projects, okay? This bag of concrete was left over from when I built the chicken coop. So again, just be very kind, leaving your comments, but this is what I'm doing. The hardest part of this project that took me about 2 hours was laying the first row and making sure all those stones that are connected directly to the dirt were level. And again, I may not be doing this correctly if you are working construction, but it doesn't look as bad. I did not power wash, like I said, none of it. So at the end of this video, the stones is still gonna look dirty. My wall is still gonna look dirty, and the fence still gonna look dirty. Like I explained at the beginning of this video, we're having a huge 3 days of rain, and I'm just gonna wait until that passes by to power wash everything. Laying down the rest of the row was super easy, probably from beginning to end. Laying the second, third, and fourth row took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I found this long piece of wood that helped me make sure that not only the stones were flush with the line, but the wall was getting built straight from the back. Now, I did not have enough concrete for the row that's in the back. However, I had enough to lay, I believe, just a little bit on the first row. So that's a project for another day. I really don't mind because those stones are almost touching the fence, which keep it level, and they're out of the way. Remember, these stones were laying on the side of my home, and I have another project for that, hopefully before the summer ends. I added all those buckets that I had filled out with the wood chips that I got in from this section. And I still have more, but I was able to almost fill in this raised bed. I added rabbit manure and chicken manure in here. And now I am going to add the garden soil that I purchased at Lowe's. And I'm gonna take a break, clean up, and I'm ready to lay down the grass. But unfortunately, I do wanna do one more stone project here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the energy for it this week. If not, I will just lay the grass and address that on another occasion so things can start growing in this area. I only have one bag, and that's all I have. And maybe some potting soil inside, but this is all I'm gonna add. This is it. This is all I'm gonna add. I'm just gonna try to have evenly distributed this entire bag. It's 1.5 cubic feet in this bag, I believe. I could be wrong. It's heavy. My entire body's aching. That's why I'm doing it like this for now. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. I took a quick trip to Lowe's, and this is where we got this bag. I try to insert some clips here, but they did not have lavender or rosemary. It's very cold still here in New Jersey, and we are going to jazz this up with some plants that I got from Walmart. I also took a trip there because I went grocery shopping. And for now, we are not going to have lavender, which is what the ChatGPT recommendations were. But we are having the most beautiful climbing rose, so stay tuned. And we are going to plant tulips and something else. Stay tuned and you'll see. All right, I was talking to you while I was doing here, but unfortunately, it is the time of day where my 20 alarm neighbors buzzers starts ringing until 7 o'clock p.m. And it really makes the awful video and your brain as well. For the record, many neighbors have complained, but the city has done nothing about his alarms. He just does it because he's in a fuss with the other neighbor next door, etc. I live in a city. This is real life. So what I was doing here basically is I am just measuring and planning for the future. We're going to plant this beautiful, beautiful yellow rose that I purchased at Lowe's. And I was thinking in the futures, once it starts growing, how can I add more trellises? Now, if you think that I should have planted it more closer to the pool and then have it grow the other way to the left of the screen, let me know. I try to center it in the middle, thinking I can train it to go both sides. It's gonna smell amazing in here, and I love it because my neighbor behind this fence has the most beautiful patio. Like, oh my God, you just want to live there. That's how pretty it is. So I'm very excited to know that the roses are also going to perfume her area as well. All right, we're going to grow some tulips. I am also going to consolidate some of the plants that I have inside that I'm showing you here, plus more tulips. And we're just going to place them down here now. I know the one with the big green leaf, I forgot the name, but I'm not sure that will come back every single year because it's not frost. It doesn't tolerate the cold. So it may die down, but it's going to look nice here. All right, friends, so we are almost to the end of the video, but the best part is yet to come, and you could skip it if you want. You could also put the speed of this video a little faster, but basically right now I am laying down the soil that I picked up from Lowe's, and later on I'm going to be adding the seeds. Now, I did watch yesterday a TikTok where they suggested that if you add sand, depending on where you live, it helps your grass grows better. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing this Saturday. But for now, I am trying to level this area off before I lay the seeds. You could skip this part, go till the end. You'll see what I built. You see how I finished this up, and there's going to be more to come. So before you go, please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this video, and hang out with me so you could see the transformation. And I cannot wait to see how this is all going to come together once everything flowers. And it's going to look amazing. Tell me, what color do you think I should color this? I'm thinking a light pastel pink. Well, I'm going to Walmart, probably that's what I'm going to get. Like a light pastel, like a bubble gum pink. Yep, I think that's the color that I'm going to choose. This right here is peppermint, and peppermint grows every year. So I am just going to cut this bad branches, and you can see that it's already coming over there. So we'll do that. But that's all we have. Oh, it smells so minty already. So just came back from Walmart, and they don't have lavender of anything, just like I expected. So I picked up Saxy Fraga Alpino. It's a perennial, which means it's gonna grow every year. We're gonna plant it there. Here I am thinking lavender, 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 lavender. And I'm also gonna plant these ones. They were only $1.97. This one is white. This one is fuchsia, pink. Okay, and I'm gonna do that. I also picked up, oh my god, the most beautiful planters that I have to show you, but I wanted to show you that I picked up the lights, and look at these planters. I also picked up a climbing rose white because I'm not sure if I want to have it growing here too or in that section over there. That looks awful. It's killing the vibe because this is the spot that's going to look amazing. But aren't these pots gorgeous? So I am going to start by putting the lights. I only bought 4. Okay. I think you're supposed to, am I supposed to press anything? No. Some of them, they have like an on-off button here. This one doesn't have anything except the battery. Well, I'm gonna hope it's going to come on automatically. All right, we want, I guess, I'm gonna start with here. We want one here. This planter, I also got a flag that says welcome. Not sure if we're gonna put it here because I'm not sure if it goes with the vibe in this corner. And this one has a hole, which is cool. Okay, next we're gonna plant our flower, a rose, but this rose right here, it's a cut rose in that planter. And I put stones on the bottom, wood chips, chicken poop, and tomorrow I am going to find, I do have rose food. But not today. I'm racing against the rain. Uh-oh. Oh, man. All right. Fix. All right. Let's get our beautiful rose in here. I'm so excited about my roses. Okay. Thought it was gonna be bigger, but this is it. It's going in. Oh, it's raining already. Gee, I gotta hurry up because I wanna throw the grass in it. Okay, we are going to put it right here. Right here. That's where we're gonna put it. Okay, we're supposed to get very high winds and showers, and I am very afraid that my pots are gonna fly away because they don't have enough dirt and heavy things to hold them. But I wanted to give you a look in case I have to wrap up this video here and do the rain. It's supposed to rain cats and dogs for the next 3 days. Now, I do have lights. I have to replace them. I'm gonna leave my disco ball over there. I bought a hook to hang this plant, and I'm not sure about the chicken because it's killing the cottage vibe, or it's not. You'll have to let me know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I do have to tie up the vine tree a little better. So worst case scenario, I'll finish the rest on Friday, but for now everything is secure, so the chickens are not gonna come here, and this is it. So underneath the pots, I like to put stones, and it has a hole, it has a drainage. This is from Walmart, but this is gonna prevent our dirt from like pouring down, and it's gonna help with drainage. Walmart find, and I think it looks perfect here. So I forgot that inside of the home I was growing rosemary. It is pretty dry, but we'll see how it does here. But let's take this out. It's a citronella candle, and I think it looks perfect here. I feel it needs an element of wood, and I'm gonna try to find it or make it. But for now, this is what we got going on. This is the color that I picked up from Walmart, and I picked that from the thrift store. I'm usually not good at this, and the wind is not really helping. Oh Lord. On the other side. Well, the wind definitely got in the way, but this is how it looks. One is from last year. I'm not sure if it works, but I think this one will look better. Excuse me. The key is, how am I gonna make it stand? All right, well, this is just an idea. Like I did it there, but it may not work unless I put some stones around it. So I feel that over here I need a little shelf. I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to plant this, put it up there for now. I don't like that hook. I just don't like the hook. Not sure how it looks. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm liking it there, and I also now one to have it symmetrical, another one there. Not sure, because I was thinking I should also have some shelves there and hang some tools, and I have an idea. So I have this closet things here that I have never used and forgot to return them. As you can see, they're old. So I'm thinking if I put them there, create a shelf, and then put a hook in here, and then I can hang stuff. How cool will that be? Now, it'll have to be here because I'm tiny. But it'll bend like that. How can I make it straight? Maybe like that with long nails? Oh my goodness. I am obsessed. I am so obsessed with this vibe. You know what we need? Mirrors. We need some mirrors. Sorry, but that's what we need now. We need like 2 mirrors there. I do have an outside mirror, but it's not gonna match our vibe. There are some Dollar Tree mirrors, and the mirrors help the flies stay away. So we need mirrors there. We do have the disco ball though, but we need mirrors. I found a piece of wood right there from my raised bed from the outside when I made them. I think I'm gonna use that as a shelf. Okay, so we want this level. It's gonna be hard because I don't have anybody else to help me. So it looks like there. I should have marked this. I should have marked it, and I didn't. I did not mark it. So I actually found 2 pieces that are a little bit longer than this, and I like it better. So I'm going to keep those 2 pieces instead of this piece. Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh, I can't believe it's perfect. Save all your scrap wood, scrap stuff, and let whoever you live with, save all of it, because at some point something is going to spark in your brain and you're going to need it. So save it. For now, we're just going to do this. Just for now. And you know what? You could put like utensils here, you know, napkins, utensils, spices. Oh my God. And you could bend this a little more. When it gets hot, you could. Oh, so excited. Let me see if I have some decorations in here for that. I found a whole bunch of stuff there, but I wanted to show you. I needed something to ground this, and here it is. So you put stones inside of all of that so it doesn't fly away until you decide what you're gonna plant. My neighbor, he built this, gave it to me probably 5 years ago. I've been storing it here, but I think it's gonna live here now. And here we have the peppermint. Can't wait until it grows. That's all gonna be green. Charcoal. We gotta transplant those flowers. So excited.